session. This is Sweta Ma'am, your English master teacher at Vedantu. Hope all of you are doing super amazing, guys. The chapter that we are going to deal with in one shot today is the very first chapter from your book, that is a letter to God, and it's one of my personal favorites, guys. So let us delve into this wonderful chapter with a wonderful, valuable message as well. Okay. So the story is written by uh, G.L. Fuentes. Okay, so Gregorio Lopez Y. Fuentes, and he's a Mexican writer, guys. He describes the tale of an innocent farmer, Lencho. It's a beautiful story with a beautiful message for all of us. So let us delve deeper into the story, guys. Before going into the story, let me announce something. Guys, vote for comeback. Yes, vote for comeback. Now kids can also vote. How? We will see in 2 days. Okay, so there is a very, very, very interesting thing coming up for all of you guys. So stay tuned to the channel. Keep an eye in the comment section as well. Alright, so guys, now we will be summarizing the lesson. Now, Lencho was a farmer who lived on a valley, and his house was on the crest of a low hill. Okay, crest is the peak of a low hill. Okay, now he used to farm, of course, and his crops were ready. It just needed a light shower, or even if it's a drizzle or heavy rainfall would do. Okay, so definitely here we see how a man like Lencho, who is a farmer, who is completely dependent on nature for survival. So the farmer's complete dependence on the mercy or of nature, that is what is shown through, which is depicted from the life of Lencho. Okay? Okay? So let's move ahead. Now what happened was he was very anxious, he was apprehensive about rainfall, and he believed that rainfall would happen. So therefore he was looking at the sky for the signs of searching for the signs of rain, and finally it did start raining. He could see mountains of clouds. So here clouds are compared with, the huge clouds are compared with mountains. So there is a metaphor over here. And this story has a lot of metaphors. Okay? So please keep an eye on the metaphors. The air was fresh and sweet, and he goes out to feel the pleasure of rain, because see how rainfall is important for the crops. Only if rain falls, his crop would harvest, and he would be able to feed his family and survive, right? So that is how the farmers are dependent on rain, on the mercy of nature. So he becomes overjoyed when when rain starts falling, and he becomes so happy that he feels the beauty of rain, feels the pleasure of rain on his body. Okay? And then he compares the large droplets to 10 cents and the smaller ones to 5 cents. So he compares the raindrops to coins, okay, to new coins. So raindrops compared to new coins. Now, why is this comparison? This is also important, and it can be asked as your question, as a question. So that is because, of course, when the rain will fall, it will his crops would definitely grow and harvest, and he would have a healthy harvest. It would yield to a harvest, and finally, after selling the crops, he would be earning his living, thereby supporting his family, also making his both ends meet, and would gain prosperity. So his prosperity, his survival depended on the harvest of his crop, which in turn depended on the rainfall that was happening. And therefore he compares the raindrops with new coins, the smaller ones to 5 cents, and the 5 cents, and the large droplets to 10 cents. Okay, but what happened was something which he did not imagine. That is, situation altered. Rain turned to hailstones. Okay. Now he compared the hailstones with new silver coins because of the color. The hailstones initially was within limits, so definitely uh, he compared it with new silver coins because of the color and the shape. Okay? But very soon, strong wind started to blow, and the hailstone, the power, the intensity increased, and his crops were destroyed completely. So the entire valley was covered in hailstones, and leaving nothing and on his field. So his complete destruction. So he was completely devastated. So you can see the Lencho who was so Lencho who was so overjoyed to, he was looking for the signs of rainfall. So you can see how nature took a complete U-turn and transformed the raindrops, which was supposed to bring him prosperity, to hailstones, which completely destroyed the his crops and left him devastated and helpless. However, Lencho had tremendous faith on God. He said, God sees everything, even what is in one's conscience. Conscience is your inner self. Okay? Your So whatever you think within yourself is also heard and seen by God. So God is the one who is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. ठीक है? That means he can see. Omnipotent is all powerful, omnipresent is present everywhere, and omniscient is he can see everything, right? So Lencho was having that. So his faith on God was unquestionable. He was an ardent believer. So when you are working on the character sketch, the very important character sketch is definite characteristic feature of Lencho is his ardent belief in God. And he was very hardworking, but also he knew. So he is described as an ox of a man. Ox of a man means hardworking. Okay? So again, this would go for the character sketch, right? And he also knew how to write. So he was also a literate person. So what did he do is, being an ardent believer of God, he started writing a letter to God. One second. And from here we come to the title of the story, A Letter to God, right? So have you ever written a letter to God? Could you even imagine writing a letter to God if you face any problem? No, because we have doubts, we have questions. We question the existence of God. However, Lencho never questioned the existence of God. He had an unquestionable faith on God. So that made him write. His tremendous, untarnished faith in God made him, make a correspondence with God. What does he write in the letter? He requests God to give him money. And he wrote to God on the envelope and placed a stamp on the letter and dropped that into the mailbox. Now, he asked for 100 pesos. How much money? 100 pesos. Right? Then a postman saw that letter and he showed that to the postmaster. What was the postman's reaction? He started laughing. Okay? The postman's reaction was, of course, he started laughing because he had never seen such an address that he was right now seeing. Okay? Nobody in his entire career, he had never seen a letter addressed to God, and he did not know where to post that letter. He went to his boss, he went to his, went to the postmaster. But the postmaster also had the similar reaction, just as the postman had initially. But later on, he became serious. And he said that he didn't want to shake Lencho's faith. Okay, so what did he do? He, with the help of his colleagues, raised 70 pesos. He put the money on the envelope and addressed to Lencho, and he signed as God. Okay, now why did he sign as God? So that Lencho would think that the letter is the money, the 70 pesos. He could only collect 70 pesos. So the 70 pesos that he is receiving is coming directly from God, whom he had asked for. Right? So he did not want to break his faith. He wanted to keep his faith intact. Also wanted to help him. So, keeping the two purposes in his mind, he did this. Right? Now, Lencho visited the post office, and this time he was earlier than usual because he was expecting a reply. So, this expectation of a reply from God is also another example of Lencho's ardent faith in God. So, when you are mentioning the characteristics, features, when you are mentioning his ardent faith, so you have to also say, you have to give examples. So, this is another example, guys. Okay? The postman gave him the envelope. Now, what is our usual reaction? What do we, sorry, our usual expectation that Lencho would be happy to see the money that he had received. But contrary to what we expect, Lencho became angry. Why? When he counted the money. Okay. Then, why did he become angry? Lencho went up to the window, asked for ink and paper, and replied the letter and again put it in the mailbox. So he is writing for a second time. So he became angry when he counted the money. He believed that how could God make such a mistake? He needed the remaining 30 pesos in order to survive and in order to grow his crops again for the next year, and he only had 70 pesos. So that made him very, very angry. And he wrote a second letter asking for the remaining 30 pesos. The postmaster eagerly took out the letter. Now, of course, the postmaster, keep yourselves in the place of postmaster. Let's say you have helped a person like Lencho with all your collection and good intention, right? So what would you expect from Lencho? Of course, a sense of gratitude, a letter of gratitude. So we are also expecting from Lencho that he would be writing a letter to, let's say, God, because he believed that it was sent by God. So he would be addressing the letter to God, expressing his gratitude for helping him out. But ironically, the letter said, God, of all the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. So that is the ironical ending of the story. Why irony? Because what is an irony? Irony is the difference between the expectation and reality. What was our expectation? One second, let me write it down. We expected, Lencho to be happy and grateful. Okay, but what is the reality? He blames those people who helped him, right? So that is the whole irony, right? So he is blaming those very people who actually helped him with 70 pesos, also trying to keep his faith in God intact. So that is how the story ends. So guys, I hope you people enjoyed the story. And now guys, if you want to join us and gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks, you can definitely visit the link in the description box and pinned comment. And you can avail unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes, which is very different from the YouTube slots. Why? Because in YouTube we have limited live classes and you have to wait for the mentee sessions, right? But in our platform, every session is going to have high level quiz questions where you are going to participate, and after each question you will see the fastest finger list, which is going to talk about your real time performance. So that is going to give you the competitive feel as well, right? And you can prepare yourselves for future, because in your future definitely you are going to sit and appear for various, multiple competitive exams. So we are going to prepare you right from this time, because this is the base year, ninth, 10th, These are the base years. You need a very good preparation and training right from this time. So we are going to help you in that, guys. Of course, in your board exams thoroughly, right? So guys, you can compete. So you get a lot of exposure because you compete. Because you can compete with the students throughout the world, right? Plus interactive replays. So even if you're watching the replay, there also the quizzes are live, and there also you get to see the leaderboard. Now leaderboard is shown after at the end of each session, where you get to know the overall class rank and earn points. So again, that is going to motivate you a lot, and that is going to help you in the complete performance analysis, right? So you can also have the notes after the sessions. Each and every session, after each and every session, you can download the notes. Also, in class doubt solving, so you have the class teachers present, guys, which is not possible here in YouTube session. It's very difficult to cater to each and every doubt of yours. So that individual attention, that personalization, you are going to get in our platform with the help of our class teachers, solving and catering to all the doubts that arises in the classes, guys. Okay? Assignments आपको मिलेंगे at the end of each session, plus you will have quality tests, ठीक है? And we will give you the performance report again that will help you in analysis of your complete performance, thorough revision, boosting up of your confidence, and you will be confident enough to sit for the board exams. Plus, we are constantly trying to fill up the gaps that can come in your education. So if you have any problem in any chapter, okay, you can take the micro course related to that particular chapter. Plus, you have free crash courses. So crash courses has also come up. So you can get yourselves enrolled in those micro courses and crash courses. That too for free, guys. So all of this is going to happen at a very, very, very affordable price. Okay, so for that you have to just visit the link in the description box, use the coupon code SWREPRO. The moment you use the coupon code SWREPRO, you will have a discount. Now see guys, this is for the old session, the 2021 session. This session, 1 month you have to just pay 1200, guys, if you use the coupon code SWREPRO, which comes down to 6 rupees per session. Okay, per class. And this is for session 22, that is the whole academic year, only at 31,104 if you apply the coupon code. Okay, and for a month only 2640 if you apply the coupon code, which brings down to 12.96 rupee per class for the entire academic year, guys. You are saving 8% over here, and 13.2 for a month. So whatever plan suits you, guys, I would definitely recommend the whole academic year. Okay, because it's very, very cost friendly, guys. 12.96 per class. All right, which is definitely lesser than your chips, packet of chips. Okay, so what you need to do is just visit the link and use the coupon code. Okay, now coming to the extract based question. Let us read the extract together, guys. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen. Now, here he was looking at the northeast. You could be asked a question that why is he looking at the northeast? He was looking for the signs of rain. Okay. The air was fresh and sweet. The man was out for no reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. Okay. Now the question is, what could be seen approaching in the northeast? Huge mountains of cloud, huge hailstorm, huge tornado, both A and B. What's the answer, guys? Please let me know. Yes, it is huge mountains of cloud. Absolutely correct. Next is, why did Lencho go out? Because he was worried about his crops. He wanted to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body, because he considered rain as God. All of the above. Be careful and give me the correct answer. It's clearly mentioned in the extract, guys, because he wanted to have the pleasure of the feeling of rain on his body. Okay, give an antonym of the word big. Very, very easy, guys. This is very easy. Large, small, broad, all of the above. It is small. Large and broad are synonyms. This is synonym. This is also synonym. Please Read the question properly. It is asking antonym. Okay, antonym is opposite. It's asking for antonym, which means opposite. So you have to, many of the students, they do not read the sentence properly. Please read the question properly, whether it is asking you for the antonym or the synonym. Okay. Now we will be entering into the 2 mark question. How many of you have got all the 3 correct? Give me a quick high five in the chat box. Okay, so 2 marks questions, guys. What did Lencho compare the raindrops to and why? See, I told you this can be a very important question. Definitely because the crop needed rain badly. It was a sign of good harvest. Good harvest would mean prosperity. Therefore, it would be a harbinger of prosperity for him, and hence the comparison. All right. So next question is for 3 marks. Humanity still exists. This is what we get to know after reading A Letter to God, in which firm faith in God of a poor farmer and helpfulness of the post office employees are aptly depicted throughout. Write a paragraph on the values of it and give. Okay, this we have done in the Sprint X sessions. Okay, you can also take the answer from there, or else you can take it from here. Humanity is the greatest value and it still exists. Okay, after reading A Letter to God, our faith in humanity stirs strong. We learn from the story there are still people who help others without any self interest. So actual real help is, it comes from a person that is, selfless. It is selfless without any expectation of any reward in return. Okay, and that is what the postmaster was doing, right? Now, though the postmaster laughed at his letter, he was really moved by the strong faith that Lencho had in God. The way he decided to help the stranger in his hard times, that restores our faith in the existence of humanity and also motivates us to be a kind and noble person. Okay, so from the character of postmaster, what is the message that we get? That we should always help people who is in need of help. So guys, also one more point is that God exists in all of us. Okay, and he acts in mysterious ways. Okay, so in this story, definitely, the postmaster acted as a messenger of God for Lencho. Although Lencho could not realize that, Lencho couldn't recognize that, but he was a messenger of God. And this is true for all of us, guys. So wherever, from whoever we help, get help, he or she is, like God for us. When we are desperate, when we are depressed, when we are, helpless, just like Lencho, when we are devastated, at that point of time, when we need that some help, when we need, in the hour of need, when somebody is ready to help us without any self interest, then that person is like God for us. Okay, so there is no physical existence of any, maybe there's no physical existence of God, like, Lencho was looking for, but definitely God exists in all the creatures, in all of us. Okay, they are around you, in terms of your parents, in terms of your teacher, who are always ready to help you without anything in return, right? They want your best, they are your well wishers, and they do not want anything in return, right? So they are like God for us. So we should not look for, any physical entity of God. Rather, we should appreciate and be grateful for all of those who act, who are the messengers of God. Okay, so it is, God is present in each one of us. All right, guys. So last is the 5 mark question. The character sketch of the postmaster. So as I told you, please mention that, he acted like a messenger of God, definitely. Okay, and you can also take points from the previous slide. He definitely, with the help of the postmaster, what moral values can we get? That God exists in all of us. Okay, and we should appreciate that. And definitely also we also get the moral lesson of doing good selflessly and helping others in times of need, right? So definitely you have to start with the postmaster's physical description. Okay, fat and amiable fellow, sensible human being. First of all, he laughed at the letter, but then he became serious, which definitely separates his character from that of the postman. He is different from that of the postman because he is a serious man. Okay, he became thoughtful, and he also wanted to inculcate the same faith in him, and that is why he did not want Lencho's faith to be tarnished. He did not want to his faith to be shaken. Okay, so what did he do? He selflessly helped Lencho, giving him a part of his salary, also requesting the other employees to collect. I mean, to contribute, and then he felt happy. So whenever you help someone, definitely you glow with an inner happiness, and you become contentment. So what moral lesson we get from here is, when we help others, so true contentment comes from helping the others in times of need. Okay, so he was a kind and empathetic person, and he loved to help others. He not only kept Lencho's faith in God alive, but also strengthens the reader's faith in humanity. Definitely, when we see, characters like Postmaster, our faith in humanity also becomes strong, becomes potent, right? So, and also we learn to help others uh, selflessly, irrespective of, I mean, yes, without any expectation of anything in return, right? So that is also a message that we get from the postmaster. And definitely talk about the fact that, he acted as a messenger of God for Lencho. So when he signed the letter as God, we can definitely metaphorically say that he really acted as a messenger of God. Okay, so mention that also, he signed the letter as God. So although he wanted to, he did that in order to shake, in order not to shake the faith of Lencho, but metaphorical level will tell you that he really acted as a messenger of God because of his help. Okay? So that is something, guys, which leads to the end of the chapter. And with a the homework question is two kinds of conflicts are shown in the story between humans and nature, between humans themselves. How are these conflicts illustrated? We have done this question, I think, in the Umang series or any of the videos that I had uploaded. So please check that out, guys, if you face any problem. So here you have to basically humans and nature. You have to talk about definitely the hailstone and how it destroyed the crops, and humans themselves is the last part, Lencho and the postmaster. Okay, so please do attempt this question in the homework in the comment section. I would love to read all your comments, and don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching. Share the video amongst your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Don't forget to visit the link in the description box and pinned comment, guys. And we'll see you again in the next session. Thank you so much. Bye bye.